Slinging Dirt with Staley, an in-depth conversation with the drivers themselves about the inner workings of a dirt track racer's world. Dive deep under the helmet and inside the mind of the people who ride the high side, lift that left front wheel, and teeter on the edge of being out of control. New Slinging Dirt with Staley starts now. Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to an all-new episode of Slinging Dirt with Staley. I'm your host, Alan Staley, and today, a special episode for you, recorded live from a race shop that's known to produce winners. I will admit there is some audio issues early with the mics picking up the heater in the background. It lasts about halfway through, so kind of bear with me as I'm still learning the process along the way, but let's get on with the show, shall we? Buckle in as I sit down with the driver of the Bowler Motorsports Lake Road Warehouse Firehouse Designs Jet Racing Cameron Engines number 20X, Carson Masoner. We talk about the mindset needed to compete, how passing your brother on the white flag lap for the win does not necessarily cause a family dispute, why peanut butter and vanilla wafer sandwiches are the perfect race day snack, what his plans are for next year, and more on a brand new episode, Slinging Dirt with Staley, coming at you right now. He's pretty good at it. What made you get into racing? Is it more of a fan perspective, or like once you've seen it, you're like, all right, I have to do this as a driver?
John.
Yeah, John. When I first started watching racing when I was little, watching him win all those races, I was like, man, like this is something I probably want to do when I get older, and then that's really how I got into it, is going there every weekend.
Why the number? What's the big significance?
The 20X or the 13X?
Whichever one.
The 13X was kind of like, I started hill climbing like on dirt bikes and stuff, and 13 was what stuck with me, and I was like, I know people think it's unlucky, but to me, I thought I liked it. Yeah. And then John asked me if I want to be 20X, and I was like, that's some big shoes to fill in.
Very big shoes.
I mean, I'll take it if you're offering. It's 20X has been my number.
Is there any added pressure onto that? Because you have Bowler Motorsports on the side of your car, all of the same sponsors and everything, and now you have the exact same number. Is there added pressure onto that?
A lot of pressure, because that man has a lot of wins and championships under his belt, and that's just like, it's like kind of like Chase Elliott taking the 24 from Jeff Gordon. Yeah, he has some huge shoes to fill.
How many years you been driving now? In either the hobby stock, pure stock?
3? Yeah, this will be my third season.
Third season, and you've got at least over a dozen wins to your name?
I think I have 21 wins.
Not too shabby for only 3 years. 3 years behind the wheel. Do you have any race day rituals, like your go-to things that you have to do before you get to the track, like a pre-race meal? Do you have a favorite pre-race meal that you go to?
Yeah, it's kind of odd. It's a peanut butter and vanilla wafer sandwich. It's odd, but man, I don't know what, but it just makes me get some confidence somehow.
Hey, it's the meal that you go to before you strap in, basically before you go out to the track and everying.
Before I go to the track, that's my lunch meal, and then a Gatorade probably.
A Gatorade, so that's the drink that you're going to go to, because you're not quite 21 yet, can't quite legally drink the adult beverage. So what's your go-to post-race celebratory drink? The Gatorade?
Mountain Dew.
There you go. Do you have any quirks at the track? Do you have to climb in the car a certain way, put on your helmet a certain way to just make it inside your mind just a little bit better?
Oh, for sure. I put on my helmet and my Hans before I get into the car. Yeah. I think I find myself uncomfortable when I race if I get my Hans and my helmet on while I'm sitting in the car.
How do you deal with that internal fear? Because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing exactly right, you're on that edge of being out of control. How do you get over the fear, nervousness, or is it like a constant thing that you just kind of have to push down and suppress when you're in the car?
Honestly, I just play it by ear, kind of. Like, if I'll try something new on the track, and if it works, I'm like, maybe I can try a little bit harder and just not worry about if something goes wrong. Like I know my brother, he flipped a few years ago, and I always keep the bad things that could happen in the back of my mind and just focus on what could be positive about this.
Yeah, you can't dwell on the negative, but you know that there is that risk that's
there's always that risk that someone or something could actually go really bad.
And what has been
In the 3 years that you've been driving, is there a moment where you were scared, like a biggest wreck, where you just got the car back to the shop and you thought, no, I don't know if I can do this? And if so, how did you get over that?
Not really over, like, if I can't do this anymore, but honestly, probably my rookie year, I was at Atchison, and I was, like, full throttle, and I slammed into that front stretch wall, and that scared the crap out of me, honestly. That took me a while to probably, like, get back up to speed. Probably about 3 weeks after that, to get back up to speed.
Besides the financial strain, because it's really expensive in the sport of racing, besides that financial strain, what is the biggest negative aspect of the sport? Is it the competition that it brings out in other people? Is it something else that happens at the track? What's a negative thing that is involved with racing?
I don't know, probably like how much time you probably have in between races, because I'm more of like a laid back, chill kind of guy, and like people are like, you gotta get up, get ready, and I'm just like, no, I can push it to the last second to get into the car and everything, but yeah, there's really not many things I really don't like about the racetrack. Like the competition is always fun.
Is it competition or camaraderie that you view the other opponents? Do you view them more as a friend at the track, and then all bets are off once the green flag drops, or does it kind of spill over to the racing? If you're friends with somebody, do you kind of give them that extra little bit?
Come on, no one's really friends on the racetrack.
That is true.
But I mean, like it's my brothers or anything like that. Like my friend, obviously I'm gonna do my hardest not to hit anyone.
Yeah.
Like Randy said in his interview, like I'll race you like you race me.
Exactly.
That's what I do.
But if it is your brother, it kind of brings out a little bit extra in you, because I can remember at Osborne, I think white flag lap, all bets were off. You threw it up on that high side and it worked.
Yeah, that was a very sketchy situation for me, because I knew he'd probably be mad if things didn't go the way that they did.
Yeah.
But that was a moment I was probably like, if this don't work, Connor might be a little mad at me when I get out of the car in the pits.
Was he upset with you at all, or was it more like, that was a good move, I'm happy you did that?
Definitely the second time. Yeah, he was in a good mood no matter what. He was just glad that he likes to always when it's me and like not anybody else.
Yeah.
If it's someone else wins.
Yeah, he's okay with it as long as if he doesn't win, he's okay if you're the one that gets the spotlight.
Yeah. He likes that.
You kind of talked about it just a little bit ago. We glossed over it. The amount of time that you spent turning the wrenches in the shop, working on the car. How much during the race season is dedicated to shop work?
Like in a week?
Yeah.
Probably about say like we get off work. We go out there probably around like 6 p.m. Like maybe like probably maybe a total of about 6-7 hours in the shop. But it matters how messed up stuff is. Like say like one was got in a really bad wreck, like we maybe probably spend like 3 nights out in the shop instead of 2. But like all day on race day we're out there.
Now the shop, do you just work on your car, or is it like a group effort? Whoever's car needs the most attention, we just tackle that.
Car needs the most attention, we'll all tackle that. That's the first object that we do, and then like after that gets fixed, like say like we got like little like checking bolts and stuff in everybody's car, everyone kind of splits up and does their own thing.
Is it more, because it is a team, you guys do have the Bowler Motorsports team, do you trade secrets with your competitors out there? Like say that you know that there's going to be you come to the track and you see a little bit of a hump developing in turn 3. Are you going to tell your opponents, or are you going to kind of keep that one close to the chest?
I'll keep that one probably between me and my teammates.
Yeah.
That's the one I'll probably keep between my teammates, because I mean like they're there helping you, and like obviously if they saw something they'd tell you too. With
it being the off season right now, how much time are you spending dedicated to the car, or are you pretty much ready for next season?
I'm pretty much ready for next season. Right. I mean, kind of. I guess we really still got my street stock's kind of like halfway there, I guess. But we take it slow during the off season.
Yeah. But
we'll be on the rush sooner or later.
First of the year kind of turns over and everything just gets kicked into high gear, so you're ready for the kickoff of the 2018 season.
Yeah, kind of. Really, I gotta dedicate that work to probably Albie. Albie does a lot of the stock car work for sure.
Where does the motivation come from? I mean, you have hours spent wrenching in the shop, the weekends, every weekend for half the year pretty much. It all adds up, out-of-pocket expenses. It takes its toll. Why keep doing it?
The people I've met,
yeah,
that's a big thing, because I've
like
met a lot of people.
Family.
Yeah, it's a family thing, and like it's just The adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
The going fast, that's like something like everyone needs to live, is like having that adrenaline rush of like no other.
How long did it take you to have that aha moment of clarity behind the wheel where you're like, all right, I belong. I'm no longer just a person out here taking laps. I have something for him.
Probably kind of when I found out that I can drive on slick, because that took me a long time. I used to hate slick tracks because I'd always spin out and stuff, and then I was like, you know what? I should listen to John on how to maybe hit the throttle. Once I listened to him, I was like,
he's only got countless numbers of wins and multiple track championships. I should probably listen to him.
Yeah.
Is there a specific race where you lined up, the car was perfect throughout it, and you just knew tonight was your night? And can you kind of talk about it? What was going through your head coming to the white flag and then that final lap?
Probably the race with Connor. That I think it was around probably beginning of July when I beat him on the last lap.
Yeah.
I went out there, and car really wasn't working too well at the beginning of the race. And
halfway through, it seemed like it really picked up.
Yeah, I kind of searched around, and like they always say at Osborne, don't hit the high side coming out of 4. And I was like, you know what? You only live once.
Why not?
So I tried it, and like it was fast, and so I was like, you know what? I'll try this, and then I think I don't know if a caution came out. I'll be like, it was green, white, checkered. But then I was like, this is all or nothing. I was like, I know it's my brother in front of me, but I'm going to try to win this race right here because I left for Texas right after that. And then I floored it. She stuck, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to describe.
Yeah, you went for broke and everything just lined up, and it was one of the best races that I've been privileged enough to announce. So thank you for that. 5 laps left in the race. I mean, that's kind of the ideal scenario that I talk about on the podcast, where racing is close, the car's running good and getting better. Where do you want to be to put the car in victory lane? I don't even really need to ask you because you did that. Is that where you want to be, or would you have rather been out front?
Second for sure, because like you can, if there's 5 laps to go and you're in second, you can kind of guess where the driver in front of you is going to go and where they've been racing at in the line. So, yeah, it has to be second. I don't know if I'd want to be in the front in the last 5 laps.
Yeah. You're driving to or from the track. You stop at a gas station. What's your go-to drink-snack combination?
Sour Punch. No, not Sour Punch. Lifesaver gummies and probably like the white Gatorade, the Glacier Cherry Gatorade.
People of Hollywood are calling. They are making a movie about your life, the highs and lows, the wins, the defeats. Who plays you in this movie?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah, he's funny. He's hilarious.
Yeah. Is there any feeling in the world quite like that first win?
I don't really know about that, because I think a close win's probably was that win in July. I mean, it's probably more fun than my first ever win. But the first win is like a huge accomplishment, because you're like, that's the hardest one to get out of the way.
What's your dream car? Where do you want to go get groceries in? Your daily driver. Because you can't legally drive your race car to go get groceries in it.
Probably like that Lamborghini, I think it's a Aventador, something like that. Yeah.
Is there any specific thoughts that enter your mind when you're sitting in that staging area? You're all strapped in, waiting for the official to turn you loose. What's going through your mind?
I usually I say a prayer and stuff, and I read the racer's prayer. And then I'm like, this could go. I'm like, and I think of like all the positives I can go off this, and like, if everything goes good, we'll have a good night. Everything's gonna go well, and then we'll be ready for next week. But yeah, that's probably it. I probably just say a quick prayer and then read the racer's prayer that's in my car. And that's what I do every weekend for sure.
And you're ready to go. Specific tracks that you like more, short versus a long track, high versus short banks? Is it all the same? Racing is racing, or is it different when it comes down to the setup and your style of driving?
I probably like the shorter, high banked. Like Osborne is probably the perfect track. Atchison's fun. I like the tight turns of Winston. Yeah, for sure. Probably like a medium length track with high banks. How do you view your driving style? How do you classify yourself out? Somebody was to ask, how do you drive on a track? What would you say? Smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah,
just
I've heard a lot of people say smooth. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about the off season? Because it's a long, tiring winter until we get back to slinging some dirt. What's your favorite thing about it?
Relaxing and being able to go out with friends and stuff on the weekends.
On the weekends, yeah. Because you do miss out on quite a bit during the summer. It's time spent away. Because you're young and everything. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? Just say thanks for everything they've done in your racing career.
Oh, that's obviously my dad, John, and my mom and my brother. Like they've helped me ever since I began. Especially really John, sponsorships and everything, and him. He taught me a lot. And then my dad's a part of it too. Mm-hmm. And then Connor's usually the one helping me in the shop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my mom's just there. She's just she's that motivator. She's like, "You got this, Carson." You're
kind of known as a jokester around the track, as somebody that always has a smile on your face. Are you ever in a bad mood when you're out of track?
Not very often. It kind of matters how the race goes. Like if I get in a wreck and it's my fault, then I'll be very mad at myself.
Upset at yourself. Yeah. Is there anything in a race car that you haven't done yet? I mean, you're young, you're talented, you're obviously driven. Any specific class of car that you want to race? Straight dirt? Any oval?
I'd love to race a sprint car. That's one thing I'd love to race.
That would be interesting to see you in a sprint car.
Yeah.
So we are getting the 305s. Maybe think about that in the future?
I don't know about that. That has to kind of go through Mama first.
Yeah.
I can really say anything.
Yeah, you got to get Mama's approval. Because if Mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. There's a lot of changes going on in the racing world this offseason. What is your plan for next year?
I'll be driving the IMCA Street Stock weekly. Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Moving up from the pure stock into the street stock.
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready for it.
Competition is going to be kind of fierce. Is there any nervousness about who you're going to be competing against? Because we have some, let's look at it, big names in the stock car world right now. Ideal scenario, who do you want to beat on that last lap?
I'm going to be on the last lap. Man, I don't know, but if I'm racing against John, probably John, just because John. I'm like
slide job or crossover. How do you want to get by him?
That's a good, probably slide job.
Slide job.
Yeah, slide job would be fun.
It looks better from a fan's perspective.
Yeah.
And the final question, the staple of the show: what is your Mount Rushmore of racing? They can be all NASCAR, all dirt, a blend of both. However you want to do it. Your top 4 drivers in your mind. Whether it be your favorite person to watch, to compete against, just the legends, top 4 for you.
You know, the legends. Okay, I'll go ahead and get my NASCAR one out. Jimmy Johnson.
Yep.
John. I remember going to the track every weekend. He'd win.
Yeah. He did pretty much an undefeated season at 36, if my memory serves me right. Yeah.
I think an undefeated one in 06. Mm-hmm. And then my dad, because he's just my dad.
Yeah.
Obviously. And then probably Shadron. I gotta give Shadron a shout out.
Shadron a shout out.
Yeah, for real. So him at that Bethany race, I was just like,
him and an E modified. That was
and
scary.
The E mod, I was like, boy.
Yeah, that was a really good race to watch. Is there anybody out there in the world that you want to race against that's not in your class, any other class, or anything like that?
Is this like anyone in the world?
Anyone. It can be living, dead, former, anything.
Man, I don't know. That's a good question. I think it would be cool to probably because Kyle Larson's a really good dirt track racer.
Yes, he
is.
I
think it would be cool just to be side by side and just we're racing for the first place. Mm-hmm. So he's good.
All right, buddy. That's about all I got for you right now. So I appreciate you being on, and I look forward to seeing you in the stock car next year. Hopefully I get to talk to you down there in Victory Lane.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thanks, Ben.